Howdy, this is Liz with another Flow Style Journal for you. A Flow Style Junk Journal is one that is designed to be taken apart and used in your own junk journal or other craft projects. This one uses a lot of papers from Graphic 45's Portrait of a Lady collection in primarily peach, green, and brown. So I pulled out coordinating things for my collection to go with it. It is 6 inches wide because I take a 12 by 12 piece of scrapbook cardstock and fold it in half this way, and then I make it 9 inches this way by folding over a 3-inch pocket and securing it with washi tape, which is designed to be removed. It's a single signature that is wound around twice and secured with 3 different fibers here. One of them is a hand-spun, hand-dyed wool in brown. There's a peach pearl in cotton, and a variegated green sort of slubby yarn there as well. And in the first pocket attached, I have another fiber, which is a green multiple tones of green, and it's wrapped around a playing card and secured with some washi tape to the front pocket. And then in the front pocket, there are a bunch of little cards that I have cut up from a single sheet of scrapbook paper in this book that coordinate with the collection, and they all have this tapestry type print on the back, and some wonderful doilies that my husband cut out for me on the Cricut. And this is a book on the history of lace, and it has great pictures on it. This is a single-sided piece of cardstock in beige. This paper is from an old children's book, and I think it's from the 30s. And I know from experience it doesn't fold well. It sort of comes apart, so I cut it in half so that you could use both pieces of the page. And then a larger piece with the cards and the tapestry on the back. And this is a page from a book, children's book, and this looks like it's Tom Thumb here. It's telling the story. And the next page is a piece of gridded accounting paper. And then there's a piece of cardstock that's double-sided. This is another piece that's from the Portrait of the Lady collection. Those are all double-sided. They have tone-on-tone prints on front and back, usually smaller on the back. And there's the back of that one. This is a timetable that I got. It's only from the 70s, but it's got a lot of age on it. The paper is very similar to newsprint. It's a train time schedule for Europe. And this is sheet music from Gilbert and Sullivan's The Sorcerer. This is a great find from an antique store. It's an old receipt book. There are 4 receipts, 2 on each side of the fold. And this is a page from a book called Victoria, which has great poetry and little things in it. This is an old book of knowledge from, I think, the 20s that has lots of age on it. It's an inventory sheet from a tire store that I picked up in an antique store. It made me laugh. This is a stamped page with bird cages and another double-sided piece of cardstock. Book on birds. This is from a reproduction of, I believe, the 1905 Sears catalog, and I have 2 copies, one that doesn't have this browning of the pages, and this one, which I just love. It makes it look more like an original page. It's a book from it's not Job's Daughters, Eastern Star, women's group from the Shriners. From the 50s. Excuse me, Masons, not Shriners. From the 50s, I believe. And this is a book in Spanish. Wonderful age on the pages. And this is a copy of a ledger that I got in an antique store. It's dated 1915. It's from a clothing store, and these are the different items that were ordered and how much was owed on them. And this is another page from the Victoria book. This is a great page from a book I got on training for electricians, and the section is all on trains. and how to repair the air brakes and things like that on trains. And this is a copy of a book that I have in Polish that I quite like. And another page of the St. Elmo book. This is a stamp of a timepiece, and it's got a double-sided piece of cardstock with it. And this is a double-sided piece of cardstock as well. Lovely brown on the back. And a hymnal. This is a alcohol sprayed page from a book in French. I put a doily on and sprayed through it. I quite like the effect. And this is a collection of tags that I have made here with paper, and the back is manila envelopes, so there are 3 in different sizes, and a couple of small items that I stamped, oops, in different colors that coordinate with the collection, and little pieces of scrapbook paper that go with it as well. Looks like there are 4, and these are all single-sided there. And then some more pieces from the Portrait of a Lady collection. And you can see the different colors from their color scheme, and those all have the tone-on-tone on the back as well. And then there are 2 more of these tags that I cut out. Oops, little guy's trying to get away here. This is the center of the signature, and I just taped these 2 envelopes together with some washi tape down the middle. And on this side, I'm not going to take them out, but I think they're either 12 or 13 pieces of fabric in 3-inch squares that coordinate with this collection. And the back sides of all of these pages. This one, in this envelope, we have a bunch of vintage thread spool artwork. I think there are 6 of these, and these were printed on a cardstock so that you could make these into tuck spots or embellished paper clips, whatever you like. So there are 6 of those, and then there's an assortment of buttons, and some of these are vintage and some of them are new, and I try to include a mother of pearl button in each of these. I have so many from my grandmother's, great-grandmother's sewing boxes that my mother just gave me not long ago, and I'm working my way through them. And I do send these junk journals in Ziploc zipped plastic bags so that if any of the buttons come out, they won't be lost. All right. This is that book in Polish. It has great little illustrations and pictures of trains. I love this picture. Sort of a tea party. The girls' tea party. And the ledger. Bigger picture on the bird book. This is another stamped image. This is one of my favorite stamps. It fades away and it makes a great background for things. And the tire ledger. Another picture page. It's a great piece of collage type art. And the timetable. This is a stamped card. Those are Tim Holtz stamps. And the Portrait of a Lady. And the double-sided scrapbook. And the back pocket, where there's another fiber. This one is sort of an orangish brown and purple and olive green, a bunch of different colors in there. And then in the back pocket, more of the cards. And this is a great picture by William Hunt about a young woman who's trying to be lured into the lap of a man in the sitting room. And on the back is a bust. And again, another picture from the railway guide. Scrapbook paper, a bridge score pad page, and this is a stamp that I just love. It looks like some of the words are fading away, or if it wasn't well stamped, it's designed that way. It's done in a dark green, and it's the name of Wild Plants. Another piece of scrapbook card. Some more of those tags. And this is a great book, which I think I finally used all the pages on Shaker furniture. So this is a picture of chair finial styles. And on the back are directions for how to make a rocker with a particular chair finial on the top. All right, this is going to be in my Etsy store very shortly. Thank you so much for looking. Have a great day.